In today's video, we're going to talk about the brand new Redmi Note 15 Pro and the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus. Both of these devices come with a large display, an over 6,500 mAh battery, and of course, fast charging, and a lot of new features coming in from Redmi. What I love about them is they're providing us all of that at a really good price, which is what Redmi is known for. So without further ado, let's check out the Redmi Note 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Plus and see what makes them so special. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. One of the first things you'll notice is literally the box, the design, the color scheme that we have in here. So the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G and the Pro, essentially for the most part, they share a lot of experiences, or a lot of similar experiences. Some of the differences obviously is a 6,500 mAh here on the right side with the Pro Plus and the 100 watt charging, where we have a 6580 mAh battery. So here are both devices. There's a few color options depending on the model that you go with. Both of them do include the charger in the box. This is the Pro Plus charger with the cable that is included. Also, both of them includes a case in the box, which is typical, and we do have, we'll see here, the Redmi moniker on the back. It's basically just a silicone case, and the nice thing about it is that it does not fade over time. I think that's one of the biggest things that Xiaomi and Redmi, as far as a company, why they include these as opposed to the transparent ones. The transparent ones typically change color. These stay for the most part, and of course protect our device. Now, just before we get into the actual specification, I do want to mention is that Redmi wants to highlight that this has a 6580 mAh. These are one of the main points, obviously. Corning Color Glass Victus 2, which is also on the Pro Plus, an IP66 and an IP68 dust and water resistance. Of course, the 200 megapixel ultimate clarity camera. The MediaTek 7400 Ultra is going to be the processor for this device, as well as the 6.83 inch 1.5K Crystal Res AMOLED display, which is really nice because it's the actual same display that we have on the Pro Plus. When it comes to the Pro Plus, we'll notice that obviously the battery is slightly different. It's a 6500 mAh, but it also does support 100 watt wired charging. Now, as far as the actual glass, again, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, IP68 here, 200 megapixel. This actually is powered by the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. Again, the same beautiful 6.83 inch 1.5K Crystal Res AMOLED display. Now, as far as the actual design, you'll notice that both feature very similar designs. We have a nice, beautiful display on the front, the volume rocker and the power button on the exact same spot. On the top, we have the stereo speaker as well as the IR blaster positioned on the Pro and the Pro Plus. On the left side, pretty much a clean slate overall. On the bottom here, obviously, we have the dual SIM tray as well as the actual USB-C microphone and bottom firing speaker. Now, where some of the differences are changing here is that the front-facing camera on the Pro Plus is a 32 megapixel camera, where it's a 20 megapixel camera on the Pro. One thing I will mention, though, unfortunately, is that for the most part, the experience is going to be very much a similar experience. Since the primary sensor is the one that's driving this entire experience, video performance here is going to be absolutely great. 4K 30 frames per second maximum on the main sensor on the back, and of course, 1080p 60 on the front-facing camera. Let's go ahead and check into the specifications. The model is the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G. Again, the Pro is on the other side. The model that I have does have 512 gigs of internal storage, so there's going to be a different storage and RAM configuration as it's typical. It is running HyperOS 2.0 out of the box. No word on HyperOS 3.0 at this point, but again, keep in mind the price point of what this device is coming in. We talked about the fact that this has 12 gigs of RAM with the additional 6 from the internal storage. It is powered by the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 as opposed to the 7400 Ultra that we have in there. And as you can see here, that it is running on top of Android 15. Now, the operating system is full of features. You can swipe down, you have the universal search. Swiping up on top left, you have notifications. On the right side, we have the toggles. Going into the settings, you can actually access all the options in here. Customizations, home screen, display, fingerprint customization, safety, privacy, digital playground, Xiaomi account, of course, your Google account. These are global devices, so we are going to be using the Google Play Store right out of the box. And of course, you can see here, I have a few things loaded. From a single core performance type of experience here, 1221 is going to be here for the single core and the 3032 for the multi-core on the 7S Gen 4. Now, although I did receive a message from T-Mobile saying that this device is not fully compatible with the T-Mobile network in my area, I was still able to log in. Actually, pretty decent 5G connectivity signal at the top, 305 down and 14.8 up. So for the most part, I think these should perform quite well. At least if you're on T-Mobile and in the LA area, I would definitely double check the band support that you have here on the device before you purchase it. Now, when it comes down to the camera experience, jumping into the camera, we talked about the fact that video is going to be capped at 4K 30 frames per second. There is no 4K 60, but you do have 1080p and 720p. We have Ultra HD, Photo Mode, Portrait Mode, Pro Mode, of course, to be able to jump in and try to use the full potential of the 200 megapixel camera and get all those beautiful images. Again, both of these devices are supporting the same camera stack on the back, the 8 ultra wide as well as the 200 primary sensor. It's the front-facing camera that changes a little bit. So overall, you're still able to do both of those. The color science may be a little bit different depending on how the processing is done, but let's go outside real quick and do a quick camera sample from the front-facing sensor and the main sensor on the back on the Redmi 15 Pro Plus 5G. We're going to start off with the front-facing camera. Audio video example here is going to be maxing out at 1080p 60 frames per second. It's a beautiful day here. I'm just shooting here at the gardens. And obviously we're able to do a little bit better with the main sensor on the back. This is a good example of what you should expect from the main sensor on the front. Let's switch over to that 4K 30 capable sensor that we have on the back. This is going to be the best capabilities we're able to get out of this device. Again, 4K 30 frames per second and the front-facing camera at 1080p 60 frames per second. A lot of great capabilities. I've been taking a lot of pictures in here, and of course I'm doing a quick sample for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this and see the capabilities of this device. Overall, what we're getting here is a great camera stack and a bang for the buck type of an experience. You're getting a lot for not so much money, and I think that's the main benefit here. And this is something that Redmi is known for. They're known for their bang for the buck. You always get more than what you pay for. I love the fact that the Pro Plus and the Pro both share the same exact camera stacks on the back, which means for the most part you're getting the exact same experience. It changes a little bit with the front-facing camera, which again goes between the Pro and the Pro Plus. That is a little bit of extra that we're getting there. But let's go ahead and jump into the gaming experience here with Call of Duty Mobile. I'll go ahead and let it launch here. As you know, here we have the game boost successful turned on. We can swipe up from the top left. We're able to boost the performance and increase it, and of course customize it, record, and that's going to give us the best experience overall on what you're getting here. There's a few other options in here. Also the ability of running a little bit of those mini apps that we have in there, which is very, very nice. Of course, Call of Duty runs absolutely fantastic. The large battery that we have in here, the stereo speakers that we have in here, provide us a very unique experience of a basically gaming system that can last for a long time. Now, it is running a mid-range type of a processor. This is the 7S Gen 4. This slightly, I would say, not necessarily the most performant 7 series that Qualcomm produces, but the 7S Gen 4 is definitely very budget-friendly, which means the price point of this device will always be reflected that. Now, of course, from a performance standpoint, when we go under audio and graphics, you'll notice here that Ultra is the maximum resolution we're able to actually get in here. Let's go ahead and minimize this. Ultra at low resolution is going to be the best. Now, although we do have a nice, beautiful display, it is basically, I think, a limitation of what the processor can do for us. Now, as you see in there, the gaming experience is basically about 90 frames per second on Call of Duty Mobile, and pretty much a similar experience to what we get there with PUBG Mobile. I think overall what surprised me the most is how similar both of these devices are. And what that means essentially that even if you go with the Pro as opposed to the Pro Plus, you're still going to get a really good experience. Again, 6500 milliampere is a very large. I'm happy to see that 2025 is ending the year with everything over 5000. We're done with the 5000 series. Now we're at the 6500 and even 7000 and some of the other options that we've seen. So that means this means that what we're getting here with the Redmi Note 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Plus is definitely up to par to what we've gotten before. Meaning technology is getting better, prices are dropping, and we're able to get them in devices such as these. Now, as far as the camera experience, again, primary sensor is going to be the best sensor that you're going to be able to shoot with. Not only are you able to shoot 4K, but you're also able to get the best color science as well as the highest resolution. So what you see in here are some of the samples I was able to shoot for from a short marathon that my son was performing at, or running at, not performing. And of course, took it to the park. I wanted to be able to see some colorful images and of course share some of that experience. You saw there with the video as far as the sample with the front facing and the rear facing camera. Video is actually really nice. And of course, this is not going to break the bank. It has the charger, a case, a screen protector that's installed, 5G compatibility, at least in Los Angeles with T-Mobile, which is absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking to bring in an affordable price device like this, the Redmi Note 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Plus will definitely not disappoint. This is TK. Thank you very much for the support, and thank you to Xiaomi and Redmi for allowing me to check out the Redmi Note 15 Pro and the Pro Plus. I will see you in the next video, and of course, be safe.